Anderson.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Now then, as we recover from the pandemic, this Queen's speech is just what the doctor ordered. And I can tell you now that the residents of Ashfield and Eastwood are absolutely delighted with the contents of the Queen's speech. And this is the type of the Queen's speech that actually justifies the reason why I and many of my colleagues won the Red Wall seats in 2019. We're getting tough on law and order, we're getting tough on illegal immigration, and we are winning the culture war. Our asylum system is broken, and the eagerly awaited Sovereign Borders Bill will ensure illegal immigrants cannot claim asylum if they've travelled to a safe country to get here. And this is excellent news for genuine asylum seekers who do need our help. Our brave ex-servicemen should not have to worry about getting a knock on the door 40 years later after serving in Northern Ireland. And we're going to fix that. They deserve better. The media and the opposition call our police, crime, sentencing and courts bill controversial. Imagine that, Madam Deputy Speaker. A bill that ensures the most violent criminals get locked up for longer. A bill that ensures public nuisances like Extinction Rebellion and Black Lives Matter are prevented from damaging property and disrupting public life. A bill that sees sex offenders locked up for longer. A bill that sees thugs who attack our emergency workers locked up for longer. There is nothing controversial here at all, Madam Deputy Speaker. This is what the British people want. This is what they expect, and I welcome it. But I would like to see us go further, especially with antisocial behaviour from nuisance neighbours who make their neighbourhood a miserable place to live. Imagine coming home from a hard day's work with the usual lot causing trouble, causing problems. There's excessive noise, swearing, threatening behaviour, abusive behaviour, a lack of reasoning, a lack of common sense. It sounds like a shadow cabinet reshuffle to me, but this actually happens every single day in this country. And I hope that on top of this fantastic bill, we can look at this very important issue. The Environment Bill is good news, and even the Lib Dems, even though they're not here, they should be supporting this because they do their bit by cutting emissions by all travelling to work in one minibus. The Labour Party will probably start banging on again about the NHS, but that ship has sailed for them. They're not trusted on the NHS or social care. Their legacy in Ashfield is a £1 million a week debt, PFI, on our hospital. Our brilliant NHS, or as we call it, our brilliant National Health Service, is safe in our hands. But the Labour Party have their own NHS, which is the National Hindsight Service. This service is just over a year old, and basically it's a think tank of opposition MPs who have never spoken to anyone outside the tea room or Twitter. And what they do, they claim credit for every good thing that happens in our country, and when things go wrong, they just say, "I told you so." And this is a failing service, Madam Deputy Speaker, so their leader has leapt to another bandwagon, which is home decorations. Whilst he was lurking about in John Lewis, looking at wallpaper, our PM was up in Hartlepool, talking to real people about real issues and his vision for the area and winning elections.
My little friends making such a robust speech in defence of the people of Ashfield and our country. Isn't the truth that battles are not won, as he put it, on Twitter or the tea room? They're won up and down this country, and this government, in this Queen's speech, are speaking with a silent majority who've been ignored or derided by the metropolitan elite for too long.
I think my right honourable friend for that intervention is absolutely spot on. It's worth always remembering, a little bit of advice for the opposition, that it is the silent majority in this country that wins the elections, and it is the silent majority that will win the next election for us. And another word of warning to the Labour Party: if we carry on with Queen's speeches like this one every year, then the Red Wall seats will stay with us for a very long time. And when they refurbish this chamber, we're going to need extra benches on this side of the House. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.